Okay, so get this. We're diving into a book today that's almost 100 years old.
Wow.
It's called The Richest Man in Babylon.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that one.
But here's the thing. People still swear by the advice in this book.
Really?
It's like they found financial wisdom in a time capsule or something.
Huh. That's interesting.
And the coolest part, it's written in these parables set in ancient Babylon.
Oh, so like stories with a moral.
Exactly like Aesop's fables,
Yeah.
but for managing your money.
Okay. I'm starting to see why it's so popular.
We're going to uncover the financial secrets that help people build wealth way back then.
Sounds fascinating.
And guess what? A lot of those principles are still relevant even today.
Wow, I can't wait to hear about them.
Now, to help us make sense of it all, we have our expert who's amazing at breaking down financial strategies,
Well, thank you.
whether they're from ancient times or ripped from today's headlines.
I'm excited to dive in.
So this book has a wild backstory.
Oh,
Did you know it was practically discovered, like buried treasure?
no way.
We're talking actual clay tablets.
I've got to hear this.
So back in the 1930s, this professor at the University of Nottingham,
Okay.
he was studying these clay tablets that had been excavated from Babylon.
Interesting.
And they told this story of a guy named Dabasir.
Davasir.
Yeah, he went from being a slave to becoming a wealthy man.
Wow, what a turnaround.
And get this, the professor himself was struggling financially at the time.
Really?
He was like, maybe I should try out Dabasir's methods.
So he applied the lessons from those ancient tablets.
Exactly, and you won't believe it actually worked.
No kidding.
He turned his finances around.
That's incredible. A real-life testament to the book's advice.
Now, the author of The Richest Man in Babylon was a successful entrepreneur himself.
Oh, that makes sense.
His name was George S. Clason.
Okay.
He actually first published these stories as pamphlets,
Huh.
but they became so popular that he eventually put them all together in a book.
And that's the book we know today.
Right. And the way he used parables to explain financial principles, it's brilliant. It makes the advice so much more engaging and memorable.
It's like storytelling meets money management.
All right, so let's get down to it.
Okay.
What were those Babylonian secrets to building wealth?
Well, the book outlines 7 cures for a lean purse.
7 cures.
Think of them as the fundamental principles for building wealth no matter what time period you're in.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Let's hear them.
The first cure is start thy purse to fattening.
Start thy purse to fattening.
It's about consistently saving at least 10% of your income.
10%. That's like the golden rule of personal finance, right?
It stood the test of time.
So no matter how much or how little you earn, always pay yourself first.
Right. That's the key takeaway from this first cure.
Okay, so what's the second cure?
The second cure is control thy expenditures.
Control thy expenditures. So basically watch your spending.
It's all about budgeting, being mindful of where your money goes, and distinguishing between needs and wants.
So making sure you're not spending more than you earn.
Exactly. Living within your means.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, what's next?
The third cure is make thy gold multiply.
Make thy gold multiply. Ooh, that sounds promising.
It's all about putting your savings to work. For you, investing it wisely to generate passive income.
Ah, like compound interest, the idea of money making more money.
Precisely, the Babylonians knew the power of making their money work for them.
That's smart. Okay, what's cure number 4?
The fourth cure is guard thy treasures from loss.
Guard thy treasures from loss. Sounds like protecting your investments.
It's about making informed investment decisions, avoiding unnecessary risks, and seeking advice from experienced individuals.
So like doing your research before jumping into any get-rich-quick schemes.
Exactly. It's about being a wise steward of your wealth.
Okay, on to cure number 5.
This one is make of thy dwelling a profitable investment.
Make of thy dwelling a profitable investment. Is this about real estate?
You got it.
Yeah.
Babylonians believed that owning your home was a wise financial decision.
Interesting. So even back then, they understood the value of home ownership.
It provided a sense of stability and independence.
All right. What about cure number 6?
The sixth cure is ensure a future income.
Ensure a future income. So thinking about retirement and unexpected events.
Precisely. It's about planning to the future, making sure you and your family are protected.
Wow, that's forward thinking for ancient Babylon.
They understood the importance of safeguarding their future.
And last but not least, cure number 7.
The seventh cure is increase thy ability to earn.
Increase thy ability to earn. So constantly improving your skills and knowledge.
It's about investing in yourself to boost your earning potential.
So it's not just about managing money, it's about personal growth too.
Exactly. Your ability to earn is your most valuable asset.
That makes a lot of sense. Now, these cures sound pretty straightforward,
Yeah.
but I'm guessing the book brings them to life through those parables we talked about.
Oh, absolutely. The stories are what make the advice so memorable and engaging.
Right. So let's dive into one of them.
Okay.
There's this story about two friends, Banzer, a chariot builder, and Kobe, a musician. And they're both struggling financially.
It happens.
So they go to Arcad, the richest man in Babylon, for advice.
I wonder what Arcad tells them.
Well, this parable really shows how even hardworking people can have money problems
Oh, I see.
if they don't understand the basics of how to manage it.
Right. Even with skills and a good work ethic.
They were missing that crucial financial knowledge.
So what did Arcad do?
Well, instead of just giving them money,
Oh,
he shared his own story.
interesting.
He started as a humble scribe, but learned the secrets to becoming wealthy.
So he taught them about saving and investing.
Exactly. He stressed that they need to make their money work for them.
He was paying it forward by sharing his wisdom.
And it all started because Arcad had to learn this lesson himself.
Oh.
He had to prove he could earn money before this wealthy moneylender, Algamish.
Alchemist.
Yeah, he would reveal the secret to wealth.
What a test.
Algamish taught Arcad that a part of all you earn is yours to keep.
I like that.
And that's how he started building his fortune.
By consistently saving and investing.
It's amazing how that simple principle, pay yourself first, is still so relevant.
It really is a timeless piece of advice.
Now, I heard that Arcad used a really interesting analogy.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about it.
Something about golden slaves.
Golden slaves.
He described his investments as golden slaves that worked tirelessly for him.
What a brilliant metaphor for compound interest.
Instead of spending everything he earned, he put a portion of it to work, earning him even more.
He understood the power of leveraging his money.
But even Arcad wasn't perfect.
Really?
He made some bad investment decisions early on.
So even the richest man in Babylon made mistakes.
It happens to the best of us. That's when he learned how important it is to get advice,
To consult with experts.
especially when it comes to finances.
That reinforces the fourth cure, right? Guard thy treasures from loss.
Exactly. Even someone as successful as Arcad needed guidance.
To avoid those costly mistakes.
It's a valuable lesson for all of us.
Absolutely. We can all benefit from seeking wise counsel.
Now, there's another great story in the book.
Oh, tell me about it.
About this spear maker named Rodan.
Rodan.
He receives a gift of gold from the king.
Wow. What a lucky guy.
He's got this sudden windfall, but doesn't know what to do with it.
I can see where this is going.
So he goes to Methon, a gold lender, for advice.
Smart move.
And Methon tells him this interesting story
What kind of story?
about a farmer who could understand animals talking.
Uh-huh. That's a new one.
The farmer had an ox and an ass,
Okay.
and the ass, being lazy, wanted to get out of working.
Classic.
So he pretended to be sick,
Oh, no.
but his plan backfired, and he ended up with even more work.
Uh-huh. Serves him right.
Methon was using this story to warn Rodan
About what?
about lending the gold to his brother-in-law,
Ah, I see.
who wasn't exactly known for being responsible with money,
It's a good lesson about being careful who you lend to.
even if it's family.
Sometimes generosity needs to be balanced with wisdom.
Right. You don't want to put yourself in a bad spot.
And you don't want to enable someone else's financial struggles.
These parables are so clever.
They really are.
They take these financial principles
Yeah.
and turn them into these relatable stories that you just can't forget.
It's like Clason was a master storyteller as much as he was a financial expert.
I think so, too.
And that's what makes The Richest Man in Babylon such a classic.
It's not just about numbers and strategies
It's about the human side of money.
and how we can use these principles to achieve financial well-being.
No matter what time period we're in.
That's the beauty of this book.
It's timeless wisdom for the ages. So we've been talking about these 7 cures for a lean purse
Yeah, fascinating stuff.
and how those principles are brought to life through the stories in the book.
Right, those parables.
Now let's switch gears a bit
Okay.
and talk about something I think a lot of people are curious about.
What's that?
Luck.
Everyone loves a bit of good luck.
Right. But does the richest man in Babylon actually say we can control our luck?
That's a good question. I'm curious to hear what you think.
Well, there's actually a whole chapter devoted to discussing luck.
Really?
Yeah, Arcad and his friends have this lively debate about it.
So it's not just Arcad lecturing this time.
No, it's more like a friendly discussion at the Temple of Learning.
Oh, that's cool.
They all share their different perspectives on how luck plays a role in financial success.
So it's less like a lecture and more like we're eavesdropping on their conversation.
Exactly, and it gives us a much richer understanding of this whole idea of luck.
I like that.
Yeah.
So what are some of the things they talk about?
Well, some of them believe that luck is just random.
Yeah.
Like it's all about chance encounters being in the right place at the right time.
That right place, right time kind of luck.
Yeah, they even share stories about finding lost wallets or winning at those games of chance.
But I have a feeling Arcad might have a slightly different take on this.
You know, Arcad, he doesn't believe in just sitting around and waiting for good luck to strike.
So he doesn't buy into that passive luck idea.
Not at all. He argues that true opportunities often look like luck on the surface, but they actually favor those who are prepared and ready to take action.
So it's not just about being lucky, it's about being ready when luck comes knocking.
Precisely. Arcad believes that people who actively seek out opportunities, who work hard and make smart choices, they're the ones who attract what we call good fortune.
So they kind of create their own luck.
In a sense, yes. One of Arcad's friends even shares this story about missing out on a great deal.
Oh.
Because he hesitated. He had the chance, but he procrastinated, let self-doubt creep in.
And missed out on what could have been a stroke of good luck.
Exactly. It's like that saying, fortune favors the bold.
You have to be willing to seize the opportunity when it presents itself.
Another friend, a camel trader, talks about finding an amazing deal on a flock of sheep just because he happened to be in the right place at the right time and was ready to act.
Wow.
He emphasizes that recognizing and seizing opportunities is crucial for attracting good fortune.
So it sounds like they're saying that luck isn't some magical force outside of our control.
Right. It's more about creating the conditions for success and being ready to capitalize on opportunities when they arise.
It's like setting yourself up for success.
Exactly. It's about cultivating a mindset that's open to possibilities, taking calculated risks, and having the courage to act decisively.
I bet that message really resonated with people back then, especially those who were struggling.
Absolutely. And it's just as relevant today. We all face choices and opportunities every single day.
True.
The question is, are we prepared to seize them, or do we let them pass us by?
So to sum it up, luck is a mix of being open to possibilities,
Yeah.
taking calculated risks, and being decisive when the time is right.
That's a great way to put it. The Richest Man in Babylon encourages us to really shift our perspective on luck.
Instead of thinking of it as something that just happens to us.
Exactly. We can actually cultivate it through our choices and actions.
That's empowering.
It is. But this doesn't mean we should just throw caution to the wind and be reckless.
Right.
The book also stresses the importance of seeking advice from knowledgeable people.
Especially when it comes to finances.
Yes, remember the fourth cure, guard thy treasures from loss.
It's about balancing calculated risk with smart decision-making.
Exactly. We need to be both bold and prudent in our pursuit of financial success.
And there's a great story that illustrates this balance.
Which one is that?
The tale of Hadan Gula, the grandson of a wealthy merchant.
Ah, yes. Hadan Gula. This parable really highlights the dangers of relying solely on inherited wealth.
Without understanding the principles behind it.
Exactly. Hadan Gula, he's used to this life of luxury.
Right.
He spends lavishly, neglects his responsibilities.
And assumes that his grandfather's fortune will last forever.
Unfortunately, things don't quite go as planned.
What happens?
His father ends up mismanaging the family wealth,
Oh.
leaving them in a very precarious financial situation.
That's a tough spot to be in.
It is. But that's when Sharunata steps in.
Who's Sharunata?
He's a seasoned camel trader, a friend of the grandfather.
Okay.
He sees potential in Hadan Gula, but recognizes his shortcomings.
So what does he do?
He decides to take Hadan Gula on a caravan journey.
A caravan journey?
Not just to transport goods, but to teach him some valuable lessons.
About hard work, responsibility, and the true nature of wealth?
Exactly. It's like a financial boot camp in the desert.
I'm guessing Hadan Gula wasn't too thrilled about this at first.
You're right.
Yeah.
He resists Sharunata's attempts to teach him.
Makes sense. He's used to comfort and privilege.
The harsh realities of the caravan journey are a real wake-up call for him.
But Sharunata's patient?
He is. He gradually reveals the story of his own grandfather, Arad Gula, and how he rose from slavery to become a respected and wealthy merchant in Damascus.
Wow, what a story.
It is. And this revelation really shakes Hadan Gula to his core.
He realizes his grandfather's success wasn't just handed to him.
Exactly. It was built on hard work, determination, and an understanding of the principles of wealth building.
It's a powerful reminder that true wealth is earned, not inherited.
Precisely. Sharunata emphasizes embracing work as a means of personal growth and fulfillment.
So it's not just about the money.
Right. He teaches Hadangula the value of saving, investing wisely, and being responsible.
Hadangula learns to appreciate his grandfather's legacy.
Not just through the inheritance,
but through understanding the principles that led to his success.
He discovers that true wealth is about character, integrity, and wisdom.
It's more than just material possessions.
Beautifully put. The tale of Hadangula reminds us that wealth without wisdom is fleeting.
True prosperity is built on hard work, discipline, and a commitment to learning.
These stories are so insightful.
It's like Clason is weaving this tapestry of wisdom.
Each thread representing a different aspect of financial success.
But he doesn't shy away from the darker side of money either.
What do you mean?
There's that parable about debt, right?
Oh, yes. The story of Dubasir, the son of a saddle maker.
He ends up falling into debt and becoming a slave in Syria.
It's a powerful story, though, a difficult one to hear.
It really shows how dangerous it is to borrow more than you can repay.
And the devastating impact debt can have on your life.
Dubasir's intentions were good at first.
Right. He wanted to help his family.
But he got trapped in that cycle of debt.
Struggling to make ends meet and ultimately losing his freedom.
It's a stark reminder that debt can be a trap.
Leading to stress anxiety and a feeling of losing control.
But Dubasir's journey back to freedom is inspiring.
It is. It shows the power of perseverance and taking responsibility for your finances.
He escapes, returns to Babylon, and with Mathon's help...
Mathon, the gold lender.
Yeah, he comes up with a plan to repay his debts and rebuild his life.
Mathon advises him to create a budget, prioritize his spending.
And diligently set aside a portion of his earnings to pay off his creditors.
It's like a step-by-step guide to debt recovery.
Mathon really stresses the importance of living within your means, being honest with your creditors.
And working diligently to regain financial stability.
He reminds Dubasir that true wealth comes from building assets,
not accumulating liabilities.
And Dubasir does eventually regain his freedom and his financial stability.
Proving that even with what seems like impossible debt,
it's possible to turn things around.
With discipline, hard work, and wise financial practices.
His story offers hope for anyone struggling with debt.
It shows that with a solid plan and determination, you can break free.
And achieve a brighter financial future.
You know, one thing I appreciate about The Richest Man in Babylon...
What's that?
...is that it's not just about becoming rich. Yeah. It's about using wealth wisely, being generous and compassionate, and giving back to your community.
It emphasizes that true wealth goes beyond accumulating money.
Right. It's about using your resources to improve your life and the lives of others.
There's a great quote in the book that captures this.
Which one?
Gold is reserved for those who know its laws and abide by them.
Yes. It reminds us that financial success isn't just about luck.
It's about understanding and applying sound financial principles.
These laws of gold are timeless and universal.
Applicable to everyone, regardless of age or background.
It's like a blueprint for a life of financial freedom, prosperity, and fulfillment.
But it goes beyond just money, right?
Absolutely. It's about character, wisdom, and living a life of purpose.
It's a holistic approach to success.
Recognizing that financial well-being is just one aspect of a truly prosperous life.
This has been such an insightful journey so far.
It really has.
But we're not done yet.
There's more to uncover.
Stay tuned for part 3 of our deep dive into The Richest Man in Babylon.
We'll explore even more timeless wisdom from this captivating classic.
Until then, may your financial journeys be filled with insightful discoveries.
And may your purses continue to grow.
We're back for the final part of our deep dive into The Richest Man in Babylon.
It's been quite a journey.
We've learned about the 7 cures for a lean purse, explored the idea of luck.
And even followed a camel trader on his path out of debt.
Now I'm curious, what did the Babylonians have to say about taking action?
Oh, that's a good question.
They didn't have the technology and resources we have today.
True.
So how do they actually get things done?
Well, one thing that really stood out to me while reading The Richest Man in Babylon is that action is like the bridge between knowledge and results. The Babylonians understood that just knowing the principles wasn't enough.
Right.
They had to put them into practice.
You have to actually do something with that knowledge.
Exactly. Clason compares knowledge without action to a seed that's never planted.
Oh, I like that.
It has potential, but it won't grow unless you plant it and give it the right conditions.
That's a powerful analogy.
It reminds us that we can read all the financial advice in the world, but it's useless if we don't take action and actually apply it to our lives.
It's about making those principles work for you.
Right. And think about the 7 cures we discussed.
Okay.
They're all about taking action. Start thy purse to fattening. You have to actually set aside some of your earnings.
Right.
Control thy expenditures. You need to create a budget and track your spending.
Makes sense.
Make thy gold multiply requires researching investments and making informed choices.
So each cure is a call to action.
Absolutely. It's not enough to just think about these principles. We have to put them into practice.
But that's not always easy, is it?
Yeah. No taking action often means stepping outside of our comfort zones, facing our fears.
And making tough decisions.
But the rewards can be incredible. Look at the characters in the book.
Arkadabas here.
Yeah, they all faced obstacles and setbacks.
But they accomplished amazing things.
Because they were willing to take action.
And speaking of perseverance, there's a great parable about not giving up on your dreams.
Oh, tell me about it.
It's the story of the walls of Babylon, right?
That's a good one. It's not directly about money.
Right.
But it's a powerful metaphor for resilience and determination.
For achieving any goal.
Exactly, including financial success.
It tells the story of how the city of Babylon was able to withstand a siege.
Right, because their walls were strong and their defenders were unwavering.
They were committed to protecting their city.
So how does this relate to finances?
Well, those walls represent the safeguards we need to build in our own lives.
To protect ourselves from financial hardship.
It could be an emergency fund insurance, a diversified portfolio, a solid financial plan.
Those are all great examples. And what about the defenders?
They represent our inner strength, our resolve to keep going even when things get tough.
That inner drive to never give up.
Exactly. It's about having that courage to persevere even when the odds seem stacked against us.
The parable really emphasizes that success is often a long and challenging journey.
Filled with obstacles.
But it's through facing those challenges head on and refusing to give up
that we ultimately achieve our goals.
Building wealth. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon.
There will be times when we feel like giving up.
Absolutely.
But it's during those tough times that we need to dig deep and remember why we started in the first place.
The Babylonians, they understood this. They knew that building a prosperous city, it required more than just wealth. They needed a collective spirit of resilience.
And determination.
They were willing to work hard, make sacrifices, and push through adversity to achieve their vision.
And their legacy lives on today.
Not just in the ruins of their city,
but in the wisdom they passed down.
Those principles in The Richest Man in Babylon.
They're just as relevant now as they were thousands of years ago.
It's amazing to think about how these simple but profound ideas have been shared across generations.
Inspiring countless people to achieve financial success and build a better life.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into The Richest Man in Babylon,
what's the one message you hope our listeners will take away?
For me, it's about taking control of your financial destiny.
Okay.
The Babylonians believed that financial success was within everyone's reach.
It's about making conscious choices, developing good habits, and persevering through challenges.
It's about empowering yourself to create the future you want.
Both financially and in all areas of life.
Exactly. The book reminds us that we're not passive bystanders in this game of life.
We have the power to shape our own destinies.
Through our choices and actions, it's a message of hope, empowerment, and enduring wisdom.
That transcends time and cultures.
It's a message worth revisiting no matter where you are in your financial journey.
Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up your strategies.
Absolutely. The Richest Man in Babylon is a gift that keeps on giving.
Its wisdom has the potential to transform lives, one financial decision at a time.
This has been a truly enlightening conversation. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive.
We hope you've gained some valuable insights to help you on your own path to financial well-being.
Until next time, may your purses be full, your investments wise, and your financial futures bright.
And may we all strive to live by those timeless principles of the ancient Babylonians.
Building lives of prosperity, purpose, and lasting fulfillment.